get a lot of new offices and agencies and bureaucracies that suck the money of taxpayers, but corporations want to generate profit. And I don't want to be an idealist. A corporation wants just to generate profit. And even if we talk about common good, let me be a little Marxist here and ask who's common good, okay? And each corporation is about its own common good. But I believe that basically the main difference between what we could call, so good or bad corporation or good or evil corporation, okay, is basically an implication into the future, a vision about the future. I don't believe that Elon Musk or Zuckerberg or Gates or Jobs were unselfish people and altruistic charity workers and benefactors of humanity. They were just corporate business people who wanted to generate profit. But they had a vision about the future. They understood that future means progress, and they had always been on the side of developing new technologies. And they knew that these new technologies will bring revenue, huge revenues to their corporations. On the other hand, you have those people who go just for the profit and for the narrow concept of being good to their customers. And in time, this corporation will lose. And so you have an ideological war here, because you have corporations that definitely side with the past and try to hold the world back because they want to generate profit. And you have other corporations that are interested in progress in everything, even in social and ethical issues, because they realize that their profit is tied to progress. And so this is why you see, for instance, Silicon Valley's corporations and Google or Apple, that are really selfish people. I don't think they are altruistic people. They are selfish. They are greedy, of course. They want to increase their revenues, but they are also very interested in, for instance, the gay rights, for instance, or even transgender rights, you know, and the protection of the environment. Why? Education. Why? Because their revenue is tied to progress, to social progress, and to education in everything. And other corporations are trying to hold us back because they lose their revenues if mankind progresses. And I want to give you an example. For instance, there was a fruit importing from South America corporation in the United States, and that right now is looked upon as really evil, but by many people. Why? This corporation is very good for their customers because they brought a lot of fresh fruit and coffee on the market from South America. But on the other hand, in order to keep their profits increasing, they got entangled in a lot of politics in South America, and even coups or even crime. And so history will never forgive them for what they did. Yes, they were responsible to their customers. You want cheap banana, cheap coffee, we provided for you. But on the other hand, they managed to turn some countries into banana republics and to play some dirty politics. And so what happens with such corporations? In the long run, they lose. Because there is a law of progress in history. History is moving forward. Even against obstacles, is still moving forward. Now, let me go back to Elon Musk, because this is what you said. Elon Musk is a very interesting personality. He is definitely an egotistic guy. He is very self-centered. very demanding and patronizing. It's not by accident that his first wife divorced him, because she said she couldn't bear any longer, his patronizing manner. But as a matter of fact, Elon Musk has always been an enthusiastic about technology, and so he went into the Tesla business, and he, like you said, he created a lot of strategic alliances, because you can't credit him any technological invention in electric cars and in batteries and in any kind of electric technology. He is not an engineer, but he was the guy who knew how to build alliances with the right people. And so Tesla was a success, although, especially in the United States, he had a lot of people opposing Tesla, especially among car dealers and oil industry, a lot of propaganda against Tesla. But people keep buying Teslas, and they become more affordable because more and more people are buying Tesla. Now, then he made the next step into space technology. And I don't say he is an idealistic guy who wants to explore space just for the sake of science. But definitely, he wants to succeed in being the first to exploit mineral resources in the belt, in the asteroid belt. And it's selling his project for Mars with such an enthusiasm that people get carried away and people believe in him. Now, you see, government agencies like the United States, Russia, Europe, China, India are all behind him in space technology. He has some breakthroughs, not because he's a rocket scientist. Once again, he built the right alliances with the right people because he is a visionary and he is investing into the future. And so I don't think that the responsibility means being a saint, altruistic, disinterested guy. If you are a business person, definitely you are after money and you are after success and you are interested in succeeding in business. But if you have the vision of the future, you definitely are going to make the world a better place. Even if you make mistakes, like Zuckerberg admitted in his investigation before the Senate and the Congress of the United States. And yes, we made mistakes. Of course, I stopped in the dormitory and I made a lot of mistakes. But you can't say that Facebook, for all its dark sides, definitely there are a lot of issues here. Facebook didn't definitely Facebook managed to connect people in a way never thought to be possible beforehand. And so this is a breakthrough, and he became exceedingly very rich, while yet very young. And this is good for him. And some people are jealous of his success. I don't care about his success. He did something, he managed to do something, yeah? And this connection, yes, can be manipulated by politicians and even by some corporations that want to sell to make their profits by manipulating customers. But on the other hand, the world is moving forward with this, and we are more connected, we know better each other, and by the simple fact that people talking to one another from different countries on the internet, the world becomes better because there is less hate, less suspicion, and less prejudice. And so let me give another example which I think is really for the future. Take, for instance, genetic technology and genetic engineering technology. And you see here that in the future, they have the specter of famine. And because the population is increasing, because of the global warming, we expect harvesting to be diminishing in the future. Now, governments are trying to do all kinds of things, and they spend billions of dollars of all kinds of programs in Africa and everywhere, like to fight hunger. But on the other hand, a corporation that wants to make profit out of genetic engineering plants and will revolutionize agriculture and will bring food on people's table and money to their pockets. But on the other hand, will solve a problem that no government will be able to solve in the future. And so I believe that corporations have tremendous power in our time. They are definitely more powerful than governments, than national governments, because national governments are bureaucratic and waste a lot of money in bureaucracy. Corporations are interested in profit, and therefore they aren't enthusiastic about bureaucracies. They are enthusiastic about pragmatic programs and profit. And just because of this, they are ahead of governments. They are becoming more and more powerful. People look suspiciously at corporations. They think, oh, these are evil, or these are good, whatever. But this is a new game and in town, and we are going to play it, whether or not we want it. We like it. And so, what I like to say is just that social responsibility is important for success and profit. And in order to have social responsibility, you don't need to be a holy person, an altruistic person, or a saint. You just need to have a vision about what the future will be like. And you, as you said, you pick your alliances with the right people that think like you.
I think that corporate social responsibility is a strategic alliance in itself. Whoever employs this strategy of CSR, or corporate social responsibility, automatically creates a strategic alliance with other companies that are interested in green technology, and customers, especially that look up to companies and businesses that are providing goods that are built using green energy and safe products and made out of safe materials and resources and so forth. So I want to open up the discussion now to the students. Does anybody want to ask any question, or does anybody want to bring up something related to strategic alliances and corporate social responsibility, or anything that you may think is important or interesting that's related to these two topics? Is anyone interested to ask any question in regards to strategic alliances or corporate social responsibility? Do you guys understand the terms strategic alliances and corporate social responsibility? So I think that he spent a great deal of time trying to explain, give some examples about corporate social responsibility and strategic alliances. So, do you want to ask him any questions, or bring up any interesting or important points? When you guys buy things, do you pay attention to the company and the brand that you buy from? Do you have any idea whether they employ CSR or corporate social responsibility incentives? I Are you aware what kind of strategic alliances they have? And do you have any idea, or have you ever tried to think about how these strategic alliances and CSR impacts a company's present, future, and the overall success? Any opinion on this? Otherwise, let's go on to the next thing that I want to talk about. So, Eddie, obviously there's a lot of companies operating today that they are using certain resources that are becoming more and more scarce, especially those resources that are not renewable. How do you see their future? Okay, if a company, let's say, is constantly and highly dependent on resources that are becoming more and more scarce, what do you think is going to happen to such companies or businesses? How should they plan for the future, for example, if they have to continue using those scarce resources? And I think you gave us a very good example with Elon Musk looking in the asteroid belt for those scarce mineral and resources that are becoming more and more scarce on Earth. But maybe if you want to re-emphasize or maybe give us more details on that, we'll be happy to hear you say a few more things about that.
Okay, let's forget about oil, okay? Because there has been so much talk about oil.